So this doesn't do a whole lot for us, right? It's just a blank page. It's not actually showing anything that we may need. So what we want to do is add this project into our Sublime Text, right? So the text editor that we're going to be using, we want to add it in here. Now, you may have already done this because we did it in the setup process. So this is a standard sort of thing. I'm just going to navigate to my project inside of e-commerce, and inside of there, I'm going to go ahead and add this folder in, and then I'm going to save this project as, and inside of that same area, so dev, e-commerce, and e-commerce. Okay, so we now have that project in there, so we can actually look into the SRC folder here, and I'm going to create a view file. So inside of e-commerce, I'm just going to do views.py, and inside of views, I'll do from Django.shortcuts, import render, and I'll also do from Django.http import HTTP response. So these two things provide the same sort of functionality in many ways. The first thing I'll do is just say define home page, and it's going to take in a request, and all it's going to do is return HTTP response hello world. Okay, that's it. So basically what is happening here is when you go to a URL, this function is going to be called. It's going to take in this request as an argument, and then it's going to return a response. Request response. This actual function we're going to import into our URLs. So we'll do from.views import homepage. So we're going to do a relative import from views.py here. We're importing that homepage function, and we're going to just go ahead and copy this URL that's already in here. We're going to ignore that for now, and then I'm just going to get rid of admin and put a $sign in its place. So just like that. We'll explain this regular expression stuff later, or what's going on here. We'll explain that later, but for now, we're just going to do this. So we've got our URL, and we've got a thing called homepage. I'm going to save it. I actually save constantly. You'll see it in the corner here. Every time I save, it will turn blue. But really, I'm just doing file save, or I'm hitting Command S or Control S if you're on Windows, constantly saving. So that's often a problem that you may run into. So since I saved stuff, and I really actually didn't change my server at all, so my server's still running, I refresh in here, boom, hello world. We have actually rendered out our own content. Now I can go one step further and actually render out some HTML. So if I did h1 as an h1 tag here, notice that it's open and close brackets, so h1, and then you have to close it off. That is some basic HTML. So we're going to save that, or refresh it here, and what do you know? Hello world is working. Cool, so that is the start. We now have the ability to render out some HTML. Fairly straightforward, but currently not that useful. So let's actually do some more.